Hi, thanks for stopping by my channel. This is Anna's Aqua Home, where I sew, craft, and DIY. And today I'm going to be making some fabric bird nests for spring. I got this idea when I was working at an antique store. We got in all of our spring decor to put out, and there were these really cute fabric bird nests. I think they were made with burlap back then, maybe like a linen too. I know there was some made with burlap. There was a burlap craze about 10 years ago. As we were unpacking the supplies, my boss turned to me after she unpacked these cute little nests and she said, "You can make these." And I said, you know, I think I could. So I went home and I pulled this one. I decorated with it every single year. This is the little bird's nest that I did. I made mine out of some canvas material, just some canvas fabric. It's looking a little worn now. And then these eggs were actually like the wood eggs I just got from Hobby Lobby and painted them white and then speckled and splattered some aqua paint on there. I used a little bit of lace in here, and I actually made a few of these and sold them at flea markets that I went to and a couple craft shows. They're really cute. I just put them together with a glue gun. So because this one's looking a little worn, I wanted to make some more to decorate with my house and then also show you how to make them. So the most expensive part of this was these eggs. They're a couple dollars for a few of them. So, I mean, they're not super expensive, but I was just thinking of what I could do if you didn't have the paint supplies, if you didn't have the paintbrush and the white paint and the aqua paint, what could you use? And I actually stopped by my Dollar Tree, and they have right now strings of plastic eggs. I'll show you in the video when I go to make them, but just a long string of different colored eggs. I thought that was perfect. It's got like up to, I don't know, 15 or 20 eggs on there for $1.25. So I thought that majorly brings the price down. You don't have to get out paint. This project can pretty much be done with fabric and a glue gun and a string of those eggs. I did think of, I got some of my rocks. If you can't find the eggs at your Dollar Tree, the regular Easter eggs are too big. I didn't want my nest. My nest is smaller than my hand, and so those big Easter eggs would be too big, so I was really trying to find something a little smaller. I thought maybe if I found some rocks, I pulled out some of my rocks that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I thought maybe if I painted those, I found a few egg-shaped that were smaller, but then when I saw these at Dollar Tree, the string of eggs, I thought, that'll be perfect. And they come in a couple different colors, so I went with the pink, blue, yellow, and white, but they did have like orange, yellow, green eggs, so pick whichever ones that go well with your decor. But let's go ahead today and get into this video. I started by collecting all of my supplies. You'll see those eggs I got from the Dollar Tree, and then I am using a glue gun. I got my glue sticks, and the fabric that I'm using is actually from a blouse. This blouse had a stain on it, so it was a really pretty fabric, so I ended up cutting it up. It had some cute trim and lace parts on it, so I ended up using this fabric and then some other lace as well. And I'm just cutting my fabric up into strips, and then I did one round piece that I'm going to use as the base for my bird's nest. And now it's just a matter of twisting it around that base fabric. You can make that base however large or small that you want, depending on what size you want your bird's nest. But then I'm just going to keep turning it around, gluing it on. I kind of folded and twisted my fabric as I went around, but you're pretty much just laying it on there the way it looks good to you. Gluing it where it needs to be glued, folding it over, and then adding as many pieces as you want. I'm leaving a little bit of a hole in the center, and of course that's where we're going to put our eggs in there. So make it a bird's nest shape and just have fun with making sure there are no raw edges sticking out. If you see any, go ahead and just bend those over and glue them down, and just go ahead and have fun. This blouse that I cut up is a rayon. So what I love about this project is you can really use any different type of fabric that you have. If you have fabric scraps, if you have, it doesn't have to be just cotton fabric. You can use any kind of fabric. I've used canvas. I'm going to use burlap in this video, and then obviously a couple of these blouses that I have cut up, and I will tell you more about those in another video. But I just enjoyed being able to use up scraps that I wouldn't feel comfortable putting in a quilt or maybe some other projects, and using these fabrics that were so pretty and really fit in my home very well. Once you are happy with the shape of your bird's nest, it is now the time to go ahead and pick what color eggs you want to put in it. So here are these eggs that I got from Dollar Tree. They are a little bit smaller than the Easter egg size, probably only about 1.5 inches long, and so these were perfect. And you see I have a bunch of different colors to choose from, and this little piece of lace I thought I'd add right in the middle just to frame these eggs a little bit. And then I chose to go with the yellow eggs, but you could certainly choose whatever color eggs you wanted to go in your decor style, and then I just glued them in and my nest is complete. For my next bird's nest, I am going to use this burlap ribbon. I love using burlap. So it had a wire in it because it was a wire ribbon, and so I thought I would try doing the bird's nest with the wire in there, and then I really didn't like how that was working. So I chose to go ahead and just pull the wire out of the ribbon sides, and that was pretty easy. You just go ahead and grab the end and just start pulling little by little. Once you have that, I'm going to start with one center piece of burlap, and I'm going to keep folding my burlap ribbon around and around onto that middle center piece. So this was pretty easy to do. If you were using like a piece of burlap fabric, go ahead and just cut it into strips. That would work just as well. But this burlap ribbon with the finished sides really worked very well. There wasn't any fraying on the edges, so I did enjoy that part of it. Just know that if you're using like 2-inch strips of burlap, you're going to get a lot more fraying on the edges. Keep going around and around until you are done. You can see every once in a while that I rub the mat that I'm working on, and that's just because with the burlap, because it has those tiny holes, the glue is actually going through the burlap onto my cutting mat. So I'm just trying to pull that off, and it comes off pretty easily, but do just be aware that if you're using burlap and hot gluing it, you might want to be careful because underneath the glue may come out a little bit. I got my shape to where I wanted it to be, and the last little bit of burlap I'm folding to the back. This bird's nest ended up being a little bit bigger than my others, probably about a full hand size, but I really still liked it. I chose to go with these pink eggs, and then I wanted a little bit of ribbon for the middle, and I had this shiny silk white ribbon, and then I had this more natural linen look cream ribbon, and so I chose to go with the cream ribbon. I just felt like that was went really well with the aesthetic of the piece, but it was a little bit too long. So I just played around with it until I decided how much ribbon I wanted in there, and then I could go ahead and glue my ribbon and put my little pink eggs in there. I wanted to do one more bird's nest and try a different kind of pattern. What I did was I tried this lace fabric and I tried a white fabric, and what I did was I rolled them up first, and then I just worked on doing layers and layers of rolled fabric. So I rolled this lace piece up, and then I rolled a white piece and then I'm just going to wrap them in alternating ones around. So this was definitely a different kind, but I like this look too. I had fun playing around with the different nests and the different fabric and just deciding what to do. And this one definitely was different, but I really like the way this turned out as well. You can do this in any colors. I chose both the same color but two different textures. But you can do this with any fabric you like. I think it would still be really pretty with the same fabric over and over and over, wrapped around differently. Some of my tubes that I'm wrapping up are a little bit thinner and some are a little bit thicker, and it just really has a really good look. I wasn't sure about this really large piece that I did for the very edge. I ended up not liking that as much, so I didn't use that one. That's the best thing with these nests. There's no real right way or wrong way. It's just being creative and doing what you think looks good. I went ahead and added a little piece for the bottom. This is just a plain piece of white that I glued on there just to give the eggs a little place to sit and to glue them onto. I chose the white eggs, and then I was really looking forward to using this tool. It's an aqua tool, but once I put it in there, it really didn't show up very much color. So my plan B to add a pop of color into this was to add some ribbon. So I got this aqua silk ribbon, and I decided to go ahead and glue that on the bottom of my nest, and then put the tool and then put my eggs. So I kind of layered, and that was the fun. I got to choose what I wanted, kind of put it in there. I tried several different ribbons to see which one I liked best, and then finally decided on this. This white and aqua nest turned out to be, I like them all, but I think this one is definitely one of my favorites. I hope you enjoyed watching that. Here they are at the end. This little one. And then the white and aqua. And then, of course, I had to do a burlap one. So I hope you enjoyed these three. I'm going to be decorating with them. They're great shelf sitters, but if you wanted to put them on a wreath, it would be really cute to decorate a wreath, maybe get a couple clip-on birds. Just put them, I've seen where people take a picture frame and then put a decorative piece of paper and then glue it on. So that would be really cute. I'm gonna think about doing that. I probably won't have that picture for this video though, but there are so many ways you could use these cute little birds' nests. Just put a couple books on a coffee table and put them on top. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching to the end. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you be creative this week. Bye.